So let me just stream that. Oh, that was not correct here. Just a minute. Always these technical things, sometimes it takes a while. So. So wonderful, real life, and yeah, welcome everyone to the Entrepreneur Dream Life call. Oh, wonderful, real life, and yeah, welcome everyone. Why is this? It's happening all the time. I'm sorry. So I'm so excited for this call today because I do have a very special guest on today. I'm so grateful she's joining me for today's call to share her incredible story and the wisdom of living and breathing this business and lifestyle. She's passionate about optimal nutrition, a wonderful mom to a thriving 70-year-old young man, doing this lifestyle and business with her husband for nearly two decades. Please welcome Jane Calendrillo. Welcome, welcome. I'm so excited, and obviously I'm also a bit nervous to have you on, and so beautiful that this just happened, and you could take time for me to do this. So I'm really thrilled to have you on. So
thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you for your time. So I'm curious, and I guess the audience too, if we just heard you are living this almost for 20 years, the question arises, how does a typical day look like in your life? Tell us a little bit about you, please.
Well, thank you so much again for having me. And, you know, this has been a lifestyle for so long. And I wake up every morning grateful, really grateful that for all the opportunities and blessings that this business had brought to my family. Obviously, Joel and I are doing this together, and my day looks vastly different from his. So I wake up. So let me tell you my typical ideal day. And just to be totally authentic, it's not always that way. But my ideal day, I wake up, I take my superfoods, I get my son ready for school, I go take my dog out, I work out for about 30 minutes. I also spend a significant amount of time in meditation and prayer. I believe that getting your mind ready for the day is extremely important. And at about 10 a.m. is when I start doing some daily activities when it comes to my business. I spend few hours of working on my business, whether it has to do with following up, whether it's prospecting, whether it's doing a social media post, getting on Zoom calls and things like that. And really, to be honest with you, because we've been doing this for so long, this no longer requires us to work like hours and hours and hours every single day. Between Joel and I, you know, he works this business few hours a day. I work this business few hours a day. And we have a lot of time freedom. You know, I'll be completely honest with you. This has been one of the things that people ask me is, how does this affected your life long term?
Yeah.
And that is definitely a big answer for me, is that we have time freedom, we have location freedom, we have financial freedom, and we get to spend a lot of time with our 17-year-old, and we could go anywhere at any time, and our business will still thrive. So
yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Exactly, it's like the short term and the long term effects of really building that business and have it built like you did, that you just, you know, wake up and you check and say, okay, let's give it a couple of notches here and there, and then, you know, you're fine. And yeah, it's for people that are maybe not familiar with this kind of business. It's not like a brick and mortar business where you have all these things that you need to check, and you have to, I don't know, have contractor and things like that. So you pretty, yeah, as you say, you have all the freedoms that I can think of, you know, like being even location freedom. If you're not already living in paradise itself in in Florida, then you could do this from wherever you wanted. You just need to have a Wi-Fi connection or just meeting people, right? That's the beauty about it, about these gift cards. Can you tell me maybe also how that started for you, how you got involved from the beginning, and how your life was at that point, just around that time where you got introduced to that business?
Well, it was over 18 years ago, and my husband was the first one who joined. He was actually in this industry for a while. You know, he wasn't a newbie. He understood the business model. He understood the potential of it, and he joined first. And he was the one who was working. I was working in fashion industry. I was a corporate girl for many, many years. I didn't know what a time freedom was.
Yeah.
And and quite frankly, in the beginning, I wasn't sure how. I'll be the first to admit that I was skeptical, and it was actually, you know, it's often these days that women are the first ones to join, and then they have to get their husbands on board. And it's actually had been the opposite for in my experience, because my mindset just wasn't there. My husband saw the potential, and he really committed to it. He committed to it long term. He had a long term vision. In the beginning, this was such a different life at that time. There was no social media. There was no even the way that our products were marketed. We didn't have a gift marketing system or anything like that. And so it took some time, to really get this business going. But but my husband always believed in it. And another thing is that he saw the mission, and then I saw the mission. And the mission was to help people with their health and their financial situation. And this business provided both. Both of those things, both of those missions could be addressed. And because he's a health coach, he he stuck with this particular line, because nothing that he saw anywhere else compared to the purity, to the integrity. And for us, that was the most important thing. In the beginning, maybe the company didn't have the most flashiest marketing or anything like that. But he couldn't get himself to switch. Like, this was the mission.
Well,
And
because
finally,
yeah, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
and then finally, I joined probably about, like, I always promoted the product. I believed in the products from day one. But as far as the business aspect is concerned, I joined him years later. And I have absolutely zero regrets. I'm actually really have, like I said in the morning, I have gratitude that this fell on our lap, this opportunity. Ian Farrar was the person who introduced us to this business. He was the first brand partner in the company, period. Like, you know, like the founding father, as they call him. And then our business transformed, and we found really amazing people. This is what happens when you don't give up. When you don't give up, you found really amazing people, and we found multiple amazing people. And one of them, of course, is Eric Mish, who is like a friend to us, like a brother to us, and his cousin Sonia Magruder, who's like a sister to us. That's the best part of this. You get to be working with people that you really. I have my best friend now. My best
Yeah.
friend from Ukraine now is in the business with me, and
Yeah.
it's
That's
just you get to work
wonderful.
with people you love. How cool is it? I mean,
Yeah.
seriously.
It's like extension of your family. You just it's not only, as you said, like these freedoms that you get, you also uh, are able to call in the shots, really, like you define with whom you want to work. It's like you're building your own thing here, and what's not better than having people on board that you really love and like, and you want to be spending time together. So it's really perfect. Yeah, so I really guess this is yeah, in terms of like family life, this must be so different than the 8 to 5 grind out there in the corporate world. Because I remember, I mean, like I had to laugh, and sorry for interrupting you, but I was in the same situation. I had my corporate grind, and also I was the first one to seeing the potential in this kind of business. Also skeptical in the beginning because it's completely something else. Nobody talks about that, nobody knows that there is even something else that could be your plan B, which becomes your plan A, and you're just suddenly there and say, wow, this is working, and I'm having more freedom left and right, and I can be wherever I want, suddenly saying, hey, I don't have to live a commute away from my corporate job. I can be wherever I want. And this is so freeing. And I totally get what you're saying about gratitude, spending the morning and when you wake up with like going over that and saying, hey, wow, this is incredible. So yeah, what I just touch on maybe on some products for you, because I know people are curious. You look so young, and you're so happy and vibrant, and this I don't it's partly sure that the stressless lifestyle that you're able to live, because obviously you don't need to commute every morning and get up early like crazy, and not coming home late, and not stressed out at work, things like that. That's off the table because you decide yourself how you want to have it, how much time you want to spend on your business, or how much time you want to spend with your family. That's really beautiful. Um, and I believe it's also fantastic for your son, and for your husband as well, like as a family spending time. I'm feeling that as well at the moment, how wonderful it is to be able to choose. And yeah, in terms of the products, you said like in the beginning there wasn't so many products, and I would really be interested in knowing to which products did you stick? What were like the most important products for you, and were they around in the beginning? Is it like a product, if it was around in the beginning, that you still take on a daily basis? And what do you feel they did for you? Like what do you feel what is like the gain you're getting from using these products?
Well, great question. The line had evolved a bit since we started. The line was when I started was mainly green foods, which is always what our company stood for. We had the most pure algae, the most pure wheat grasses, and super greens. And this has always had been the mission. It was hard for me in the beginning because I grew up, I mean, the kind of food I was eating. I won't even mention. So in the beginning, getting used to those grassy taste was difficult. Like I had to take things in capsules and things like that just to, and but the products that I stuck with are the greens.
Yeah.
Now the power shake came a little bit later, and the power shake is really my favorite. Like the apple berry is my favorite green product in the whole line. And yeah, like I just love the taste. I don't like mixing it with anything else, just with water. Um, Tart cherry was there pretty early on. I stuck with it as well. I take it 30 minutes before bedtime. For anybody who doesn't know, it's so high in antioxidants and a naturally occurring melatonin that I sleep so well with it. I really stuck with that. And so I start my morning with a glass of water and I add ionic elements, aloe vera 40x, and zeolite. So those are the things that are very alkalizing and detoxifying, and that's what I start my morning with, straight in the water. Then I take Biometric. Biometric is only a few years old, but I find it to be one of the most fundamental products in our line. It's amazing for our gut health, prebiotic, probiotic, and detox in one. It's just one of the most brilliant combinations that Dave had come up with so far for the gut health. So I definitely take that. Then, as I mentioned, somewhere in the middle of the day, I take Power Shake. Then later in the day, I might do like something like a desserty type of like dessert, like yummy something, like I'll take maybe a chai latte or our new proteins, like the coffee protein that we have. I can have like something like a dessert type of thing. And then in the evening, I'll take this with my meal. I'll take a super xanthan. I'll take zincate. And I also, once in a while, I'll take wire short. Like I go through periods of taking wire short. Like if I'm going to travel somewhere, or if I know that I'm going to be around like people that have, maybe just gone through a virus or whatever. Like I periodically take wire short as well, and I go through like I'll go and I do like different phases. Like sometimes I'll go and do renew hair, skin, and nails. I'll go through that phase. Sometimes I'll do super cleanser, which is our parasite cleanser. So there are products that I rotate. Like I might not take them every single day, but I incorporate them in my life throughout the year. And then, as I said, in the evening, I take tart cherry. So that is my main protocol. My husband takes athletic products, like he takes MVP this, he takes MVP Sport, obviously aminos. He'll take, my son has been an Epigenius Kids for years. And they wanted to put him on growth hormones. He was always small and I was worried, and we even did an x-ray of his hand and they said, oh, he's a few years behind and etc.
You couldn't tell. I mean, like he looks so healthy and he just turned 17, right? Yesterday.
Yeah.
So amazing. No, you could, I mean, I cannot believe what you're saying right now. I mean, he he looks so healthy and so vibrant as well. So I say like, oh yeah, that's sure. That's a child of Joel and Jane, that's obvious,
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic job then on really introducing him early to these amazing foods. Great job, yeah.
Yeah, and he can actually, because he's like a young boxing analyst. He has a YouTube channel called Mighty Max Boxing, where he does like reviews for the fights, previews, predictions, and he's interviewed some of the professional boxers. He had reached out to some of them with like, oh, you need to take aminos. You need like my son is just waiting to turn 18.
Yeah.
In the business. I'm not even kidding. He's just
Yeah.
waiting to turn 18. Yeah.
That's something amazing, which people that are following like the corporate line, this is going to end for you at some point, you know, like with your retirement maybe. But for this kind of business, you just be able to give that further to your family members, you know, like your children could take that over and start where you wanted to end, you know, like that's brilliant. That's like having a planted tree that gives fruit every day, and you say, hey, here's some, we planted that 25 years ago. No need to start a new tree for you, just have an apple. That's really beautiful. And yeah, wonderful share about your routine, and also some things I want to try. You said like you using certain products at certain times. I want to switch that up also a little bit, and also about that you said like you're gonna switch the routines a little bit up. So what I also find fascinating is like the power shake, the green shake that you mentioned. I'm having this now. I'm a pretty newbie. I have it like 3 years now, and it never gets old. It's just so well rounded and formulated with only whole foods to say that my body craves it. It's like the next. It's like I'm doing this. I don't know how many days now. My body not once did my body say, oh no, this stuff again. You know, like I cannot see it anymore. No, it's like, wow, great. Let's have a power shake. Let's have a green shake, you know. So, and you're doing this for like 20 years almost. It's like, wow, what can I expect, you know, in the next years? This is gonna give me back my body, building on a cellular level from stuff that I obviously like and like to drink and that are building my body on a whole different level. So it's really beautiful to hear that share of someone like you with that wisdom, and also that long-term commitment and knowledge about these products and this lifestyle routine. So would love to hear also your message for other women and moms in particular, because I know this is also very dear to your heart, and it's something you care a lot about. Yeah, just what do you wanna tell moms and women out there? What would be your message?
Well, great question. And you know, I have two sides to my message. One comes from the health and one comes from the business.
Yep.
So when it
exactly that, perfect. Go ahead.
When it comes to the health, I just want to empower women, especially moms, and let them know that use your intuition, use your gut instinct when it comes to feeding your family, when it comes to taking power and using that power, that knowledge, and that information that's out there about the way that you want to feed your family, the way that you want to help your children to get better. And don't let anyone gaslight you into anything that you don't want to do. And just, um, you know, there's so much right now. Don't be too hard on yourself. Give yourself grace, because there is a lot of information out there that could be confusing. But at the same time, I know that women are such strong. I mean, come on, they popped out children. You know, they have so much. They have it in their gut that they know what's good. The superfoods, the healing foods, the organic foods. The plant-based, like amazing foods that are out there that you can feed your family. And when it comes to business, um, it is an amazing opportunity to be. I know so many homeschooling moms that took an opportunity in this industry. and never looked back. Never looked back. I know so many moms who were able to stay home. That's something that they always wanted to do. Stay home and make amazing income at home. And if you cannot stay home right now, this is such an amazing plan B for your family. And we women we are sharers and nurturers by nature. We will share anything. We will share the best brand of clothes diapers. We will share the best soap you bought. You will share anything that you can possibly share. You will share. It is your nature. It is our nature to share with women, to share with people. We are nurturers. We love to nurture. And what I found is that the industry that I'm in is just lines up with, it aligns with my nature, with my values, not just in the product side, but in the business side as well. So I just want to empower women. I want to let them know that they are beautiful human beings and there is so much that they could offer. Um, so that's pretty much my message to them. I could say so much more, but I know that we're short on time.
Wow, so beautifully said. Oh, wonderful. I don't want to spoil it. Let's leave it to that. Really, really wonderful message. Thank you so much, Jane. Yeah, dear audience, friends and family, if this call resonates with you and you want to be part of our mission, leveling up your well-being, health and wealth, helping others do the same, we would love to hear from you. Thank you so much, Jane. I so appreciate you, the wisdom, and you together with Joel staying in the game 2 decades and showing everyone what is possible is truly inspiring. Thank you so much for your presence on my call.
And thank you so much. And just tell my audience where you're zooming from.
I'm zooming from Sweden. Yeah, Sweden. I'm Swiss. I am Swiss, but we live up in Sweden. So my wife is Swedish, and yeah. So also location freedom, just a different way.
Yes.
Can't wait to visit you guys in Florida, but that maybe has to wait a little bit.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be really awesome. Next convention, maybe. That would be great. Yeah. So was really nice talking to you. Yeah. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And yeah, let's stay in touch.
Yes, thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye, Jane. Bye.